two more things interest me in Poland, among many, many things, but we can't cover this in the span of 1 hour. Chopin, the land of Chopin, and Copernicus.
I actually dressed Copernicus shirt today. I thought you were gonna ask me about him actually. Yeah, I have the solar system over here. There's a Polish company who actually do the shirts actually related to the Polish history and award art as well. Medicine.
Name, medicine.
Medicine.
We're gonna mention medicine. This is actually important.
Called the cloth therapy or something like that. Well, that's a little bit too far fetched, but actually the advertisement. But actually, this is
We'll take a picture of
really,
this later.
really cool. Actually, so Copernicus was born in the same town as I was born, in Toruń, in the middle north Poland. Basically, since him, we know that the sun is in the middle, right? That the earth goes around the sun, not the opposite. So his book, the Revolutionibus Orbis Celestum, about the moves of the aerial bodies, was the breakthrough, pretty much. And the first word of this book, because the title is in Latin, right? The Revolutionibus, about the moves. This is actually most likely the origin of our modern understanding of the term revolution.
Okay.
So he was the man. He did the first revolution in modern science. He did study at my university. He did study here in Kraków at the Jagiellonian University. If you go to the Collegium Maius, the clock place, you go to the museum inside as well, you're going to see Astrolabium, which is kind of medieval Arabic GPS. Most likely was used by Copernicus on his classes. So he didn't study astronomy because there was no subject like this, but he did artes liberales, from Latin, the free arts. That was the subject he did in here at the Jagiellonian. We talk about
When was this?
15th century.
15th century.
15th century, late second half of 15th century. He was the professor, he was also a priest. He was also a medicine specialist, lawyer. He was good at actually military construction as well. So he didn't have like followers actually, but his book was really revolutionary actually. Also, it was very risky at that time because Giordano Bruno, the different astronomer, just few years before, he was invited. Because remember that the church, Roman Catholic Church position was totally opposite. They were saying that the earth is in the middle. That's actually kind of assumption from the Bible that the human being is the best creation of the God. So human being have to be in the middle, obviously, right? So Giordano Bruno, when he was invited to Vatican to talk about it, about his theory, they burned him. They burned him on Campo di Fiori Square in Rome. And Copernicus' book was blacklisted by the Catholic Church for several hundred years. So he didn't have like students of himself because he wasn't a professor, but his book was groundbreaking actually. It was actually really revolutionary and spread the because it's not only he claims that, he probably wasn't the first he claims that, but he actually had a proper counting based on his observations. His observatory was in Frombork, which is actually northern East Poland. So day by day, going there up there with his optical devices actually, and according to what he noticed, what he observed, he proves the theory actually, which is not a belief and longer. It's just a mathematically proven statement. That's it, and that's groundbreaking. That's revolutionary actually. That's the revolution of his book. It was also a tough time actually. There were many wars in 15th century as well. That's so. Well, for example, Copernicus. It's hard to say how good Polish speaker he was, but we know he considered himself Polish patriot because he was defending the castle against the Germans.
Mm-hmm.
Even though his uncle was German, Lucas Wadenrode. His uncle, brother of his mother, was a German bishop, for example. Because the area that he grew up was actually Polish-German neighborhood as well. That's the reason why the German people claim him German, for example.
Ah, okay, I get it.
This problem actually, but well, he was defending the castle against the Germans and basically considered himself as the Polish patriot.
Interesting. One of the most interesting humans for me in Polish history, for me from the other side of the world, as well as Chopin, as I mentioned.
One more thing about Copernic before we talk about Chopin, to make him his name easy to remember. His surname is most likely coming from his father or his grandfather occupation, a merchant of very not typical maybe, but actually very particular goods, which mean copper. Copernicus. copper, right? A trader,
For the metal?
the metal, right? So that's the origin of his surname, most likely.